Welcome to Barlates Body Blitz, Garden Lunges and Leg Raises. Start by stepping to the side into a side lunge and then curtsying behind. So you're stepping wide and then coming back at an angle. Trying to get your back knee all the way down to the mat. Taking a nice wide stance so that you're really stretching through that leg. Keeping the stabilizing leg straight. So just the moving leg is bending. Now we're going to switch sides, so reaching down. As you get warmer, start to bend lower and lower. Keep your back really nice and flat here, hinging over at the hips. Wide and back. Nice fast pace to get that blood pumping. Great job. Now we're going to step to the side and in front. So instead of stepping in behind, we're stepping in front this time. So it's a similar action, but just a slight angle change. Try to make sure that as you bend, your knee doesn't jut out over that toe. We're moving to the other side, so to the side and in front. Just reach as low as you can. If you can't reach all the way down to the mat, stay a little bit higher. Just make sure you're not rounding your back. And all done. Great job. Now we're going to do the same thing to the side, behind, to the side and in front. So we're staying on the one side. So first behind, back to that side lunge and in front. All the way back. Try and stay low with your knee. Keep breathing. Keep your navel pulled in and your upper body's really nice and relaxed. Don't worry if you lose your balance. It's perfectly normal. Just try your best to keep that pace fast and the form perfect. Keep going. Great job. So now the other side, same thing. So first to the side, behind, side, in front. The first few are always a bit more wobbly, but that's okay. Just find your balance. If you're working out on an uneven surface like me, you're going to have an even harder time balancing. Keep the weight in the heel of that supporting leg every time you lunge to the side. And make sure your stance is wide. Protect your knees and hinging from those hips with a flat back. If I go too fast at any point, please just slow down and do it at your own pace. I'd rather have perfect form. Awesome job. Now to the side, kneeling, back up and in. So come down, use your hands to help support your weight a little bit as you come down. You're kneeling your knee down and then stepping back in. Make sure that as you step up, your knee is not jutting out over that toe. I'm going pretty fast here, so if this is too fast, just slow it down. If you can't do this kneeling action, you could do a back step instead of a kneeling down. Or just go into a back lunge. So improvise somehow. Definitely make sure you have soft surface underneath that knee so that you're not going to hurt your kneecap. I'm keeping the pace fast to keep the heart rate up, but as I said, if you want to slow it down, you can. Kneeling, up and back. Make sure you always put the weight into the heel. Now we're going back down and we're just going to do that kneeling to up portion. So it's kneel to up. So as you come up, you're going to come into that side lunge squat and you're going to put the weight into the heel of that leg. Now coming into side raises for 16. Nice long leg, point your toe, keep it high, and I want you to squeeze those outer thighs and glutes. Really squeeze your entire leg from your hip all the way down to your toe. Now back to that up and down motion. I'm just changing angle to show you. So it's down and back up. You are using your hands a little bit here, but you're trying to transfer that weight into the heel every time you're on the up. And my back is flat. See, I'm not curving my back. If you can't reach all the way down, use a chair or a yoga block, something to support you. Now back to those raises for another 16. All the way up, keep it as high as you can. Point the toe, tummies are pulled in. Nice long legs. Now we're coming up, in, back down, and raise for 4. Now back to up, step in, back down, and raises for 4. So these up and down actions is things that we are always doing throughout our day. We're getting up off the floor, we're picking up things, we're bending down. They're very good muscle groups to tighten and tone so that you are supported throughout your day in all the things that you're doing in a very practical way. Keep going, lift that leg high. Up. In, wide step, you're still stretching the inner thigh of that other leg. Up, it's in. Now we're going to do the whole series on the other side. So first starting with those down ups and back in. The first few, you're going to get your positioning right. Make sure that you're stepping far enough to really feel a stretch in that inner thigh. Down, up. You really need to come up in such a way that you've got a perfect squat position and your knees not coming out over the toe. Keep your back flat. Squeezing up. Down and up. Keep going, you can do it. Few more, and then we're just going to stay in that kneeling position and do those down ups. Great job. So coming down and up. So it's down and up, down and up. Step far enough forward so the knee does not come out over the toe. The other leg is straight. Now come to those raises, raising up for 16. Nice and high, lengthen as well as raise. Keep going. Now back to those down ups. So it's up and down. See how my other leg is straight. It is not bending at the knee. Going, you can do it. I know it's getting tough. Now back to those raises for 8. You can wear ankle weights here if you want to make it tougher. Don't worry if you wobble around. Now we're going to do that combination. So step in, back out, knee, and then 4 raises. Up, in, back out, down, raise for 4. That other leg is straight the entire time. It's great to stretch while you're doing the exercises because that's going to create the longer muscles without bulk. In, out, down and raise it. There's just 8 sets of these. Keep going. Remember that flat back. Starting to really feel the burn. Back up. Great. Now we're going to diagonally lunge back. So step towards the back of your mat. You can even step off your mat. If you want to reach down, you can. So the front leg is staying straight here, and you're stepping, putting all your weight into that back heel. Back and in. 16 total. All the way. Really nice wide step back. Working at all different angles. Now we're staying on the back, kneeling, coming up and back in. Changing sides this time. So it's the same thing we did before, but this time we're stepping on an angle. So you're going to feel it slightly differently. Still keeping your flat back the entire time. The way to do that is by pulling your tummy in really tight. Back, down, up, and in. Now we're going to the one side, coming down, raising our legs for 8. And it's in an awkward position. It's kind of slightly on a diagonal, but coming in towards the front. You should feel this in your obliques and abs as well. Now, in and kick out. All the way out. Keeping your leg high. Back to the front for another set of 8. So you're leaning, curving your body forward slightly here, and then fighting against that C curve with that leg. Now back out, in and straighten. Keep it high, squeeze your glutes. Last set of 8. We're going back to the front for 4 this time. 3, 4, now back in and out for 4, 2, 3, 4, another set of 4, it's up, 2, 3, 4, and bring it high, 3, 4, now for 2s, 1, 2, and kick, for 2, back again, 1, 2 and back for 2. Now singles, it's up, it's out. We're doing 4 sets. It's up, it's out. Raise high. And last one, it's up and out. Great job. We're moving to the other side. So just stepping back, coming down, and starting with those 8 raises. Find the position that works for you. Now out and in. It's out and slightly behind. Keep your leg high. Back to the front for 8. Really great for the oblique region. You should feel that muffin top area really sculpting. Now back out for 8. And now we're doing sets of 4. Stretch it long. Back in front. And out. And sets of 2, and front for 2, push out for 2. Now 4 sets of singles. That's 1, that's 2, and 3 and 4. Great job. That wasn't easy. Okay, now we're going to step wide again, and we're going side to side with those side lunges. You should be nice and open now in those hips, so you should be able to reach lower, sending your glutes towards the back and sinking down, stretching out those inner thighs. Reach down as low as you can. Now staying on that one side, just pulsing into that. You need to have a wide enough stance so your knee is not jutting out over that toe. Stay low, and now the other side. Just for aid. Now coming into a side lunge and lifting that other leg. Step in, it's out, it's raise. Step in, it's out, raise. You can put your fingertips either on your knee, on your thigh, or onto the floor. Or if you have a chair to hold on to, you can do that too. Whatever's the most comfortable, you have to have keep a flat back here. So you're just raising as high as you can. Just a few more. Now to the other side, down, raise, up. Choose your level. Where do you want to put your hands? You just need to feel it. It doesn't matter if it's not low. Step wide. Down and up. You're nearly done. And that is it. Let's stretch. Nice quad stretch. Pull your heel into your glutes. And then cross it over for a figure 4, leaning into that, stretching out your glutes. And stepping back. Heel to the ground. Now tuck your hip forward. Stretching out those hip flexors. And hamstring stretch, reaching down towards that flexed foot. Other side with the hamstring. You can hold all these stretches longer if you like. Then stepping back and tucking forward, hip flexor stretch. And heel to the ground. Nice calf stretch. Figure 4 for those glutes. And heel behind, stretch out that quad. Great job, that is it. Thanks for joining me.